Well, the Denver Nuggets just wrapped up their 30th win of the season, a 113-104 victory over the Washington Wizards. And Nikola Jokic posted a cool 42 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists on 15 of 20 shooting in 36 minutes. This game coming on the heels of their big win at Boston, a 102-100 thriller, which handed the Celtics their first home loss of the season. Jokic with, for him, a mere pedestrian 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists in that one. And the ongoing assault Jokic has been delivering nightly for basically 4 straight years and counting requires some further examination. And it begs the question of why this guy isn't being appreciated more amid an era of mass media hot-taking sycophants who are quick to drool over the efficiency of certain players.
LeBron's been the best player ever since about midway point of Game 6 of last year's finals. And all he's done since then is continued it.
The statistical individual dominance Jokic has displayed since the 2020-2021 season is approaching inhuman status, as his near machine-like efficiency is quite frankly something we have never seen. So if advanced stats is your thing and your be-all and end-all, it's time for this guy's teammates to start coronating him with some GOAT sounds in the locker room and crowning his ass nightly. Maybe he should start traveling with a pair of live goats everywhere he goes and calling himself the king. If LeBron James was amid the 4-year run this guy was on, the statue of him surfing a cloud naked, hurling lightning bolts outside of ESPN's headquarters in Bristol, Connecticut would have already been erected. Pun intended. And actually, LeBron was on this kind of a run, well, sort of, and it was coincidentally the same 4-year span from an age standpoint as Jokic is doing it currently. And it was during those exact 4 seasons that the media's manufactured GOAT commentary really started heating up.
I'm drenched in sweat.
Instead, Jokic just gets slandered by ESPN's hot takers and is well on his way to being passed over for another league MVP. Over the last 4 seasons, Jokic is aged 25 through 28 years. He is now averaging 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists on 59% shooting and an effective field goal percentage of 62%. During Shaquille O'Neal's same 4-year stretch, he led the league in field goal percentage every season with an average of just 58%. But over that stretch of time, from the 1997-98 season and running through the 2000-2001 league year, O'Neal attempted 5 total three-pointers in 262 games played. Nikola Jokic during this stretch is averaging over 3 three-point attempts per game. The rate of shooting efficiency he is displaying is preposterous. In fact, the rate of efficiency in general is absolutely mind-blowing. And as this term efficiency has become a buzzword to the ignorant Gen Zers populating various social media platforms as a way to hoist up their idols while denigrating superior players that had the misfortune of playing in far less efficient eras, allow me to introduce to you your new GOAT. And in that aforementioned 4-year span for LeBron, during his aged 25 through 28 seasons, many would consider him to have been in the heart of his absolute prime and the best 4-year span of his career. This was the 2009-2010 NBA season, his final in Cleveland, and running through the 2012-2013 season, his 3rd in Miami. During this 4-year span of time, LeBron won 3 league MVP awards, and many believe the 2010-2011 MVP that went to Derrick Rose also, in fact, actually belonged to LeBron. This is despite that very season LeBron destroying the competitive balance of the NBA and rigging the league when he amassed an unbeatable super team with 3 top 12 to 15 players at that time in a historically putrid Eastern Conference, all to finish with just the 3rd best record in the NBA that season. This is wild. 22-year-old Derrick Rose had the best record in the league, with a roster whose best two players outside of Rose himself were Luol Deng and Carlos Boozer. But yeah, LeBron totally got cheated that year. And why is that a common narrative these days? Because of stats. Of course, we're talking again about advanced stats. Nikola Jokic is on pace to win 31 advanced crowns during this 4-year span, as compared to the 27 advanced crowns LeBron won during his stretch. And this is while Jokic has had an average player efficiency rating of 31.9 and a box plus minus of 13.2, both of which dwarf LeBron's PER of 30.1 and BPM of 10.6 during his 4-year run. While the advanced analytics movement was started in general as a way to hoist certain players above others, LeBron has never been able to surpass the actual GOAT, Michael Jordan, in these efficiency metrics, as Mike has always been number one all-time in player efficiency rating. James was never able to overtake him at any stage of his entire 21-year career and counting. But don't look now. Nikola Jokic is the all-time PER king at this time. He is also the all-time leader in box plus minus. And win share per 48 minutes, also number one now all time. So if you've been building your case for certain players based on these various efficiency-based metrics, it's time to change the conversation to a different player and anoint a new king. For those of us who actually care about pesky little things like winning championships as an important metric, Jokic is not quite there yet. Although with another championship this season, there is no doubt that it will be time to start some difficult conversations.